Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States.
Donald John Trump, the current 45th President of the United States. And before this, and technically now, a multi-billionaire and TV personality. And while he's the president for now, it has been 4 years since his term first started. And now the elections are upon us again, and it is time to vote for the next president. But this time around, I would argue that none of the candidates are actually appealing to anyone. Compared to Hillary Clinton, Joe Biden is a very weak candidate, and now Donald Trump has been involved in many more scandals since his presidency first started. But this doesn't mean that Trump is going to lose, and in this video, we're going to be talking about why Trump is probably still going to win the 2020 election. But first, we have to go back to the past. 2016, when Trump first won, when Trump became the first president of the United States to have no political background. We have to go back to why specifically he beat Hillary Clinton, former Secretary of State and First Lady of the United States. There were quite a few reasons. One, Trump had no political background. There were no political scandals to talk about, virtually zero. There were a couple of scandals at best, but nothing political. However, Hillary Clinton was already Secretary of State. We already know her many scandals, such as the Whitewater controversy and the attack on Benghazi, as well as some other scandals that may or may not be true. She's also married to Bill Clinton, president who had lied under oath, as well as being involved with some very shady people. The second point is that Trump tapped into the American psyche and the angst of the American people in the sense that he told them what they wanted to hear.
We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Trump had promised many things that the American people wanted to hear. He was going to fix the economy, increase minimum wage. He was going to fix trade policies with China. He was going to get back the jobs that China has taken. Trump also pledged for stronger borders, a wall across Mexico, and repealing Obamacare. He was a professional entertainer. He knew how to get the angst out of people. It was his specialty. He even called himself, and at the time, many of his supporters considered him the champion of the working class. He tapped into the angst and the anger of the people, and this is what ultimately got him to win that previous election.
60% of white working class voters are considering voting for Donald Trump. Look at that. 6 in 10 white working class voters say, I'm going to think about voting for Donald Trump. That's a stunning number, but now look at this number. 68% say they will not consider voting for Hillary Clinton. So she has a huge problem with the white working class. Only 3 in 10 white working class voters will even give her a chance, Anderson. That's pretty overwhelming.
The third point is that the Hillary Clinton administration would have probably been very similar to the Obama administration. Maybe a few differences, but she was a Democrat, a friend of Obama, as well as the Secretary of State during Obama's administration. Not everyone liked the Obama administration. Obama's administration policies were quite polarized. There were people that liked Obamacare, and there were people that hated Obamacare. There were people that did not like the Obama administration's actions in the Middle East, and etc. While Hillary mentioned that she would fix some of the aspects and problems with the Obama administration's line of thought, she would ultimately keep the same general framework. The fourth point is, Donald Trump is a billionaire. Therefore, the billionaire class, aka the people that actually run this country, are funding him and supporting him.
Look, I'm really rich.
Whether they go out publicly and say it or not doesn't change anything. They are still supporting him in one way or the other. His other form of aid was from foreign countries. We know that Russian hackers definitely helped in putting the Democratic Party down by leaking the emails, as well as some other possible ways that European countries intervened. But this is the one that we know most prominently.
marketability is very high. Trump is always active on social media, constantly posting and gaining the general attention of the American public constantly. Trump is also a celebrity businessman, so he was already in the public spotlight well before his debut onto the presidency. Trump says things that the public wants to hear. He wants to build stronger borders. He wants to bring back jobs for the American economy. On paper, he is what America wanted, and he promised what most Americans wanted.
And they will not be let back in. We will have strong borders again. Fact is, you want great schools for your children. You want good, high-paying jobs for yourselves and for your loved ones and for the future of your families. You want a healthcare system, and by the way, we are going to be submitting in a couple of weeks a great healthcare plan that's going to take the place of the disaster known as Obamacare. We're united together by history and by providence. We will make America strong again, I promise.
And he also has an amazing ability to grab attention wherever he goes. Basically make anyone look at him, whether it's good or bad. Bad publicity is still publicity, and it's still good at the end of the day. Like, I don't know, drinking Lysol or eating Lysol, you know, just to protect yourself from the corona.
Just like in the 2016 election, Trump is going to get help from the billionaire and millionaire class once again. There's a 99.99999% chance that he's going to get their support again. The billionaires and the millionaires run this country. This country is founded on commercialism, capitalism, and all that, and is considered a commercial nation. Even the American Revolution was really a commercial revolution. So basically, in a commercial nation, whoever has the most money is on top. Trump just happens to be part of this elite 1%. Therefore, the billionaire class will want one of their own kind on top as the leader and representative of the United States of America. Whether or not they go out publicly and say it, doesn't matter. He will still get the funding. Though I am personally inclined to believe that companies are less inclined to say it publicly now that Trump has a much more iffy political outlook. Not every company wants their support to be publicly known, for it could hurt their reputation and possibly their profits, but it won't stop them from helping Trump at all, at least in secret.
So one, Donald Trump is pushing for stimulus and that he wants to bring money to the American people, and he looks like he's delaying it because he's pushing it to be closer to the elections. That way it's fresher in your memory about all the good he's done for you. And Biden, on the other hand, has yet to do anything, and it looks like a whole, you know, I gave you this, he didn't do anything type situation. Basically saying, you vote for me, I guarantee everyone here who voted for me and supported me along the way will end up becoming more wealthy than they were when they didn't have me as a president.
In any good argument for anything, you have to provide a counter argument. So, yes, there are a couple of reasons why Joseph Biden might win. One, Trump has a political record now. Unlike 2016, we know how he acts as a president, commander-in-chief, and how he deals with foreign nations and taxes. We know how he deals with this stuff now as a president. He has fulfilled promises, he has promises unfulfilled, just like any other president. And now the second point is that Trump, quite frankly, has said some really stupid shit. Everyone remembers the whole Lysol incident. He was claiming that seemingly the consumption or getting Lysol on you is good for combating the coronavirus. And people listened to him, and people were hospitalized.
Then I see the disinfectant, where it knocks it out in a minute, 1 minute. And is there a way we can do something like that by injection inside or almost a cleaning? Because you see it gets on the lungs and it does a tremendous number of the lungs. So it'd be interesting to check that. So that you're going to have to use medical doctors with. But it sounds interesting to me.
Which were extra hospital beds which could have been used for actual COVID patients. And we know he's also commented on how the US is doing so well against the coronavirus and how we're testing so many, which is true, but for a good chunk of coronavirus testing, we were testing the wrong people, aka the people that were already extremely symptomatic. And one of his last stupid comments that come to mind is the whole he takes hydroxychloroquine regularly and the possible effects that hydroxychloroquine has on the coronavirus, and then later shown to be disproven. It has virtually no effect compared to the drugs that we are coming up with now. And he even said that he takes it regularly. I am no medical doctor, that's for sure, but I can tell you taking a medicine for an extended period of time when you do not need it is not great for your overall health.
I happen to be taking it. I'm taking it, hydroxychloroquine.
When?
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, when?
A couple of weeks ago, I started taking it. Because I think it's good. I've heard a lot of good stories. And if it's not good, I'll tell you right, I'm not going to get hurt by it. It's been around for 40 years for malaria, for lupus, for other things. I take it. Frontline workers take it. A lot of doctors take it. A lot of doctors take it. I take it. Now, I hope to not be able to take it soon because, I hope they come up with some answer. But I think people should be allowed to.
The third point is that people stop trusting the billionaire class. Their trust levels are going lower and lower. I've seen polls where people were talking about Bill Gates and if he made a vaccine, would people take him? They say no, because they don't support the billionaires. They don't trust them. Which really just shows a disconnect between the billionaires and the middle class. And Trump being a billionaire and all that is also within that hated group. Not just because some people hate him as a president, but also for him being a billionaire. So that just increases the number of people that don't like him. The fourth and the last point is that Biden is seemingly going to have a female vice president. Raises some very large implications. I don't want to attract any negative karma, but to be honest, Biden might die in office. It's possible. He's quite old, he's in his late 70s, and people do make jokes, but it looks like he might have some kind of memory issues, which...
I just spoke at Dartmouth on healthcare at the medical school, or not, I guess I wasn't actually on the campus, but the people from the medical school were at the... I want to be clear. I'm not going nuts. I'm not sure whether it was a medical school or where the hell I spoke, but it was on the campus.
Which is an indicator of your general health. So, let's say he does pass away, boom, now we have our first female president. Now would you look at that? And this may lead to some people voting for Biden just because he might have a female vice president. It'd be the first female vice president as well. It's the same case with Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. There have been many polls that have been run saying that they voted for Barack just because he was black and people voted for Hillary just because she was a woman. This is very possible. Joe Biden could be a transitional president, and if he dies in office and she gets to become president, she has technically the potential for 3 terms. Not saying she will, I'm just saying not only does she get that opportunity, but she will automatically become the president of the United States.
At the end of the day, we don't know 100% at Debate Satellite who is going to win the election. As you couldn't tell, even though we seem so mystical and wise, we're not oracles, we can't see into the future. But these are strong points to keep you on your toes and really consider what you do.
Take what you will from this video. We provided you guys with evidence why Biden might win, but mostly why Trump might win. Remember, we don't know everything, but these are our points, and we are not Trump nor Biden supporters. We are just informing everyone why we think they're probably gonna win. We could be wrong on this. We could be completely 100% right on this. Everyone here at Debate Satellite would like to know what you guys think. And if you guys want, you guys could talk about why we're wrong, maybe why we're right, in the comments below. Please like, comment, subscribe. See you in the next video. Yo, press that like, comment, and subscribe. These 2 videos here, they should be pretty good. You should click on them.